Добър вечер. Добър вечер на всички. Благодаря, че сте с нас тази вечер за презентацията на NABA. Аз се казвам Петя Ламбова и съм част от екипа на Агенция за образование в чужбина Skylines, която е официален представител на Академията за България. Нашите услуги по време на целия кандидат-студентски процес са напълно безплатни, така че без никакви притеснения може да се свържете с нас за въпроси, които може да имате относно програмите, които се предлагат в Академията, процеса на кандидатстване и практичните въпроси при успешен прием и преди заминаване за обучението. Днес презентацията ще води Валентина Торичели, която е представител на Академията за България и ще ви даде основни насоки за това какви програми се предлагат на бакалавърско ниво, както и ценни насоки и съвети при изготвяне на креативното портфолио. Може да задавате своите въпроси по време на презентацията в чат секцията, като ще отговорим на всички веднага след презентацията. Благодаря ви още веднъж. Valentina, it is your turn. Thank you so much for being with us this evening.
Thank you, Petya. Hi, everybody. So thank you for the introduction. As Petya, I'm sure she said, I'm the admission coordinator at NABA. I'm happy to be here with you. So we can start today's presentation. I will share my screen. Okay, so you should see it. So NABA, International Academy of Fashion, Art and Design. I would like to start with a really short video that can give you like a first introduction about our academy, and then we can then go more into details. Okay, so already from this video, you could see many things, images from our campus, from our city. Specifically today, we will touch different topics. We will start by talking a bit about studying in Italy, and especially in the cities we are based in. Then we will see more about NABA, our academy, our bachelor programs. I will show you some NABA students projects. Then we will see the admission process, and we will finish with some tips to create your portfolio. So this is like the agenda, let's say, of today. So let's start with the studying in Italy, especially because Italy, I think, is a really important destination for students that choose to study in creative field, in creative career. So I would like to give you some information about the two cities we are based in, Milan and Rome, to let you understand why it's important to to choose these cities, and also why we choose to have two campuses in these two specific cities. Because I think that for students that study in the creative field, studying in global capitals for arts, for fashion, and for design, it's really crucial, is super important, because this is the context, this is the place where students get the majority of their opportunity during the course and also after that. Starting from Milan. Milan, as you know, is the capital city for fashion, is a really important city connected to the fashion weeks. We have several fashion weeks during the year. We have an area that is dedicated to the most important and prestigious fashion brands. We have the headquarters of many fashion magazines and communication agencies. So the city, you can really feel that is the capital city of fashion. It's also really important for design. Milan is like a hub of the most important design studios, and it's also the home of the one of the most important international design week in the world, that is called Salone del Mobile, that attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors every year. So it's really a super important expo, and also for all the events that take place in the city during that week. And it's also an important city for arts. We have important contemporary art galleries, exhibitions, where also our students collaborate with. This is a picture of Navigli area. That is the area where our campus is. It's a super cool, super nice area also because it's full of students. There are also other universities nearby. So just to give you an idea of where the majority of our students live, actually, it's super lively, super cool, and it's near the city center. We are like 30 minutes by walking to the main square, main cathedral, let's say. And we are very lucky because we have a closed campus. I will show you some picture later inside the city. So in this area that is really centric. Going to Rome, our new other campus. It's now three years we have opened this campus in Rome. Well, Rome is the capital city of Italy. It's like the capital city of Italian history, Italian culture. We have literally history and art in every corner. You have archaeological and historical sites everywhere. But besides this, we also have important contemporary architecture and museums. So you can find both aspects. It's also a fashion city. We have important events for fashions, important institutions connected to fashion. For example, Alta Roma is one of them. And we have the headquarters of many important fashion brands. It's also the capital city for cinema. It's like super important for Italian cinema. We have the main studios and film studios that are located here in Rome. And for Rome campus, I'd like here to show you again a video that can show you something more about the area and our campus. Okay, so let's go again to the presentation. So that was about Rome. I think it was important to give you a bit of context because our students really interact a lot with the city. They take part into many activities that go outside the campus, and the cities and the place can give really many opportunities. So it's good that you understand how this place can be really interesting and enrich your experience while studying in creative career in general. So let's see a bit more about our academy. So NABA, Nuova Accademia di Belle Arti, we were founded in Milan in 1980. We were the first private academy that was recognized by the Italian Ministry of Education, and we are actually now the largest academy in Italy, both among private and public. So we are the largest one. We are fully accredited with the Italian Ministry of Education, and we have been selected by QS World University Ranking as the best Italian academy for fine arts. And this is the second year we have been selected as the best academy. We started in 2021, now for the second year in a row, and this is really important for us because this is the official recognition of our academic excellence, of our about how well also we train students and we prepare students to enter into the professional world. We are among the top 100 universities worldwide. Our programs are in Italian and in English language, so you can choose the language. And we have around 5,000 students coming from over 90 countries. So really, we are an international academy. We'll meet people and students coming from everywhere, all around the world. And this is another really important point, because studying in an international academy can give you many different points of view and can be really interesting for our students. Let's see a bit more about our methodology and philosophy that can be summarized by a sentence that I'm sure you already heard a lot. Now let's try to see what does it mean, learning by doing. This means that we want to combine theory classes, so theory and culture about Italian arts and design with practical work and projects. So real work in collaboration with leading companies and studios. And how do we do this? First, by having a faculty that is composed by professionals. So they are real people coming from the industry that bring their experience and expertise to the school, talking with our students, and also through projects and workshops that are part of the curriculum and of the study plan that are done in collaboration with the companies and design studios. After that, later on, I will show you also some examples. You also have the opportunity to have internship. So this is another occasion for students to work on projects and work with a company. And our approach wants to be innovative. So we want to be to have innovation on campus. This means that we have all the latest tools and technologies, and also multidisciplinarity. What does it mean? That our students will always feel that they are in an art academy. So you will share some projects also with students that are attending maybe a program that is different from the program you are attending. But this is done to give you the opportunity to have a wider approach and like a 360-degree view on your on the world and on the field you are studying in. This is a picture of NABA campus. I will now show you some photos. This is a picture from the above. You see it's a really big campus with all the labs. We have specialized labs where that are the most important place where students spend a lot of time, especially for the practice, for the practical part. We have a students area, a cafeteria, a library. So here, this picture was done in occasion for the fashion show. So you see the big kettle going around, but can give you an idea of how big is the campus. This is a picture of the design lab. So mainly for interior and product design students. And this is basically for prototyping. So students learn how to use different machines, starting from very simple materials and then going into more advanced materials and machines. A picture for the fashion lab. We have sewing machine, iron. We have also all the materials for the pattern making. We have professional machines. So students find the tools that they will later find also in the industry once they will be working. Changing area, this is the tech lab for media, for all the post-production of video and sound. We have also a film studio, a green screen, and a really, really important new lab that is the virtual studio. This is a super, super innovative technology that is using, instead of the green screen, using a LED wall to create visual effects. We are the only academy of fine arts in Europe to have this kind of innovation and technology in campus. So this is something really important. And we are the only academy that offer to our students the possibility to learn with this kind of tools. And actually there are companies that are asking us to collaborate with our students in order to use and to innovate with this kind of technology. Okay, so let's see a bit more about the undergraduate programs. We have 7 different areas. We have 7 different Bachelor of Arts degree programs in different areas of art and design. So all the bachelor programs have a 3 years duration. As I was telling you before, you can choose the language, Italian or English. And as you can see, every program has some majors. This means that you will choose the program. You will have a first year that is dedicated to give you the foundation about that course, to give you the methodology, to give you like the basic tools you need to start in that direction. And then starting from the second year, you will be able to choose among some majors, so some areas of specializations. So for example, starting from graphic design, you can choose to focus on brand design, creative direction, or visual design. For design, you will have the possibility to choose between interior or product. For fashion design, we have fashion design, fashion styling and communication, and fashion design management. Then we go for painting and visual arts. Film and animation, you can go for film making or animation, and in the creative technologies field, you can choose game or visual effects and 3D, and then set design with theater and opera and media and events. So we want to keep actually the first year a bit more general, because we want to give you also the tools to understand what is the best path for you. So you don't have to choose this specialization at the very beginning. If you already know, that's great. But maybe in the first year, you will discover that you like most something that you didn't think, or you learn better how each specialization is about, and then you will have the possibility to choose. Also, of course, our faculty will help you in this decision. So I would like now to show you some student projects, because I think they are the best way to show you what the program is about, not only, but it's the best way to show you what actually our students do what kind of collaborations we have with the industry. And they are a good example for you to understand what our philosophy is, how our philosophy is actually put into practice. So what is this learning by doing? How our students really collaborate with the professional world. So let's start with the communication and graphic design area. This is a project that we have done in collaboration with San Benedetto, which is a really famous and important brand of beverage, Italian brand. I chose this example because I think is a nice example of how the brief and how the project that our students work on are real projects. So have a real output and real result. So in this case, the company gave a brief to our students. The need of the company was to create some campaigns to promote two different tea, iced tea, the regular and the zero line, and they wanted to give like a feeling of family feeling. So this style to their campaign. So our students had to work on it. They had to create some proposal. They created the social campaign, so the campaign for the social media. And as I was telling you, this was a real project because actually the selected proposal were launched on the brand's Instagram and Facebook channels. So they were actually chosen by the company to be used. So students have to face what are the real needs of a company and has to face how is the real professional world in this case with this company. Let's go now to fashion. I want to tell you about a project that we have done in collaboration with MacArthur Glen, that is the owner of two important very big malls. One is located in the north of Italy, in Serravalle, and one near Rome campus. So this project involved students both from Milan, from Rome, and both from the BA and also the MA. So you had the opportunity also to work together. And the project had the title, the name of the project was Recycle Your Fashion, and it was connected to the idea of sustainability, so of sustainable fashion. The aim was to raise the awareness of the issue of upcycling, so to recycle also, and to the environmental and sustainability connected to fashion. And students in particular had to create two capsule collections, starting from some second-hand clothes that the company gave to the students. So the students had to work on these clothes, transform them, and they created two collections that was exposed in a temporary store in these two malls. This is a picture of NABA fashion event that again connected to the fashion area. This is the most important event we have every year here at NABA, the most important event for fashion students. It's a really, really big event. It normally includes, of course, a fashion show. We have organized it in our campus. Actually, the picture I showed you before, it was in this occasion. So the students that are studying fashion design has the opportunity to show their collection, but also the students studying in styling and communication have the opportunity to collaborate in this event. And this is very important because we invite talent scouts, we invite many personalities from the fashion industries, journalists, magazines. So it's really the chance to show your works. So the students work on for these events many hours, and sometimes the collections that are shown in this show are also the final project in order to graduate for some students. Changing area again. So this is a project in the design area that our design students made in collaboration with Frette, which is an historical Italian brand that produces linen, basically bed towels or bed sheets. And in this case, the students had to use and reinterpret the idea of the waste materials that the company gave them to create new objects that could be used also outside the bedroom. So they had to reinvent a bit also the products of the company. And in this case, the best projects were exposed during the International Design Week this year in 2022. So this is another important chance to show the student projects. In the media design and new technology area, this is a project we have done in collaboration with Porsche. This brand, we have done many collaborations actually with this brand before our graphic design students. In the past few years, also our media and new technology students. So basically, the brand has created its first electric car. And the challenge here was to create a video, a commercial, to promote the brand entry into this new world. So they created a video, they created the contents for the social networks. And this is another example of how the briefs and how the projects are connected to real needs of the companies. A last example to touch all the areas we have, visual arts, bacteria art. This is an interesting project I wanted to show you because it's a clear example for visual arts students, because sometimes when someone thinks about visual arts, we think about museums, we think about art galleries, but there's also the possibility to collaborate with private companies, like in this case, it's Yakult that asked our students to create artwork, art pieces, so to think in an artistic way about their main product, which is bacteria, basically because they produce yogurts. So students worked on these themes. We had an exhibition here in Milan campus. There was also a scholarship as a first prize, and really important element. We also had an international jury from many important art foundations and institutions to see the students' work. A last example that is cross-disciplinary, because this is about the design marathon. That is a workshop that our career service office organizes. It's a really, really intensive workshop, 48 hours of challenge, of really working super hard on the company brief. This year we have done it in collaboration with Bulgari. And the challenge was, the brief was to try to connect the brand to the metaverse. So I will show you a video here that can explain you a bit. So as I was telling you, the design marathon is something that is outside the course. So it includes all the programs, and you can choose to apply for this kind of workshop that are super important because it's again a chance to collaborate with super important brands like Bulgari. So let's see now the video.
This design marathon is about metaverse. The best selection of NABA students will face this challenge that Bulgari gave us.
It's a full immersive experience where the staff of Bulgari and the NABA students will merge and work together. The Main challenge, sharing the view and moving straight on to the metaverse.
Bulgari asked us to conceive a new landscape in which the brand could settle in the next future. For this reason, the young creativity of a student could be essential and a key element.
NABA has been a choice because of the focus on beauty. What type of enhanced experience can we give to our customers? And the best way to look at that is to work with people who are every day studying and looking at beauty and art.
Okay. So I hope this could give you an idea of our methodology and how important it is for us, this methodology, because I think that this is the way for you to practice, but also to connect with the company. During the course, you have the chance to join many projects in collaboration with these companies or design studios. And this is the first way to start your networking with the professional world. Then you have the internship, and then you have also the opportunity to be supported by the career service that will help you in finding an internship or a job after graduation. So I will show you now how to become an NABA student, and also what are the student services for our students. So as I was telling you, the career service that organize many events, from the design marathon we just saw, the Talent Harbor, that is an important event, again, with inviting important personalities from the industries, recruiting days, career guidance, and as I mentioned, the support to give students to find an internship during the program and also after graduation. Then we have an international office that is helping students that want to do a semester abroad during your course, normally in the second or the third year. If you want, you have the chance to do a semester in another country. We have partnership with many universities around the world, so we have an office that will help you with that. In housing office, that is really important, especially for international students. I'm sorry. I'm talking a lot. Especially for international students that are coming from abroad, sometimes it's challenging to settle down. We know that you need the support for that. So we have an housing office that will help you in finding an accommodation. And we also have a student support office for all the bureaucratic need and paperwork. For example, once you arrive, you need to open a bank account, to find a doctor, for example, or to do the public transportation card. We have an office that will help you with that. Sorry. And we organize also cultural, recreational, and sport activities. So how to become a NABA student? What are the tuition fees, the intakes, the application process? Let's see a bit about these technical aspects. So we have two main intake, two intake, October fall intake and spring intake in February. And tuition fees for European students. European students have the possibilities to lower the international tuition fees by submitting their financial documents. So we can adjust the tuition fees according to the financial situation of the students and according to different income brackets. So for Bachelor of Arts program, the lowest tuition fee, so the first income bracket could start from 7,860 euros up to the highest bracket for international students, that is 19,500, with different brackets in between. So in this case, Skylines will help you gathering all the documents, both for the tuition fees and also for the application, of course. The same happens for the master programs, starting from 9,600 up to 19,500. And for the one-year academic master programs, we have two different tuition fees from European or non-European. So what about the application process? How to apply to our academy? Again, Skylines will help you with that. Basically, the main thing we evaluate for application and admission will be your skills and your creativity. So we will ask you to submit a portfolio or a project assignment. If you don't have a portfolio, we will give you like a small project to work on, because we want to see your mindset, your ideas, how you express yourself. And the other thing we evaluate is your motivation. So we will ask you a motivation letter. Then, of course, the application form, the curriculum for postgraduate students, an English or Italian certificate, and your school documents. I take the opportunity here to tell you that we have now ongoing an early enrollment scholarship for students that decide to enroll within January 16. You will have the 10% reduction on the tuition fees. I'm sorry. Okay, for the tuition fees. So, going back, as you see, a part of this application process that is really important is the portfolio. So today we will finish this talk giving you some tips and seeing together how to prepare your portfolio. I want to start telling you that, especially if you are applying for a bachelor course, we don't require you to have any previous technical skills. You will learn everything from the beginning. What we want to see is your creativity, is what you have done so far, is how you express yourself, your styles, and your ideas. So don't worry about having a background, because of course you are applying to a school and you will learn that. So let's start with what is a portfolio basically. A portfolio is a selected group of works that is presented as example of someone's skills and style. So a portfolio is a compilation, is a set of materials that can give an example of your skills, of your qualifications, of your education, of your training, and your experiences. And it also gives an insight into your personality and creativity. Career portfolios are normally used to plan, to organize, and document your skill through work samples. So as you can see, some keywords: style, personality, skills, and selection. So these are like the main point that you have to keep into consideration. There are no universal rules to build your portfolio, so don't be afraid. Feel free to do it according to what you think is best for you. There's just some advice or tips we can give you to explain what are our expectations, and in general, what can be the expectations when someone receives a portfolio, that are basically quality. So we expect to see some quality works. Skills, we expect to see what your skills are, and personality. So we want to see who you are. Keep in mind also that it's something that is constantly changing. It's something evolving constantly. So you will change it a lot of time. You will rethink about it many times during your career. So don't worry if you think it's not the best you can do, because of course you will always improve and you will always change it. So try to do and select what you have now to show who you are. So exactly, make a selection. First tip, first advice, try to select among all the projects you have, what are the best work according to you that can highlight your strengths, that can show your best skills. Try to include variety, so a wide range of projects that can show your approach also in different fields. So if you are applying to fashion program, of course you should include fashion projects, but if you have also some projects that are in a different area, include that, because they are part of your approach and about who you are. Fourth tip, be yourself. Think is that a tool to show who you are and your styles and your direction. And 5, really important, have fun, really enjoy while you are doing it, because this is a wonderful opportunity for you to show your creativity. So what are the steps? How do we start? Yes, what are the main steps to create your portfolio? So as we already told many times, select and gather your contacts, map your contact and choose. How many projects do you have? What projects do you want to include? And how many do you want to include? Second point, do some research. So find your inspiration and references. Do research in the field connected, in the area connected to your project to find inspirations. And third point, you create your book. So you define your contents, you define your layout, and you put the works together. How the structure could be. So first of all, you can include a cover, starting with a short presentation about who you are, going ahead with an index with the list of contacts that you are going to include, and the project that show what you can do, that show your real skills, and that each project can include a title, some images, and descriptions. Then you can put a final page that is normally a thank you page with your contact details and links, and package it together. This is an important advice. Try to avoid presenting different files or many different files, but put it together in one single file. So the content, as I was telling you, map your contact. Which project do you have? In which order you want to present them? Try to catch the attention. So you can choose to start with the project that best represents yourself. And the most important thing here is to provide the context and show the development. So when you choose a project, try to add the details on the creative process to show the development, the main steps you took to reach the result, and also to include the why question. So what was the briefing, the inspiration, the starting point, the problem you wanted to solve? So for example, for design, you can start from the first idea, then the sketches, the technical drawings, and the prototypes if you have them. For fashion, you can start from a mood board, then the color palette and material selection, the sketches, technical drawings, and if you have prototypes and shootings. How many projects? This is a really common question, and I always answer, don't worry about the number. 5 could be an average number, but really, if you have many, try to make a selection about the best work you have. But if you have a few, don't worry. Try to show them in the best possible way. So don't worry about the number of projects. So some example, I wanted to show you some examples to give you an idea about the portfolios. I have them here, just a couple. So starting from fashion, this is, as you see, the cover with the name of the student. This was a nice way to start because she included like her childhood drawings, and that gave us already an idea about her passion about fashion. And then the project. So the title, the description, the mood board with some color selection and first sketches, and then the collection with the drawings in this case, no prototypes, but that's fine. The collection she imagined. Again, she included in this case different projects with the same structure, the same idea. So the title, the description, the mood board, and the projects of the students. With different styles, different type of project, because here you have accessories, for example. In the first, you had a collection of clothes, and here you have lingerie. So this is a nice, I think, a nice portfolio to show you inspiration, mood board, and sketches. Another example for the design area. Again, a cover with a really light and clear layout, interior and product design. I will show you, well, the first page with the students' presentation, and then cover. So an image that is really clear, a title, and a really short brief. So what was the idea? What is the project about? The research, the inspiration, the mood board, keywords. So what is the feeling, the style I want to recreate? Drawings, more technical drawings, digitally done in this case. And then the students made actually a prototype, like with do it yourself. She made a prototype and she included the process and the photo. So I think this is really clear example about all the steps and all the element we saw about how to do it. Another project, same structure. So starting from a cover, the title, the brief, the keywords with the mood board. In this case, she selected the materials and the graphics, the color palette. And I want to show you also one of product design, of interior design. She maintained the same structure, so including again the cover, the title, the brief, the keywords, the mood board, and in this case it was a section, a plan about how she imagined the space. Okay, so I hope these examples were clear to give you an idea of what we talked. I want to finish showing you a video about one of our students that can tell you something about her experience in NABA. She is actually Bulgarian, so that's why I think it's nice to include.
My name is Mina Alexandrova. I'm from Bulgaria and I grew up in a very small city near the sea called Varna. I came here to Italy to study media design in NABA University. So I grew up, as I said, in a very small city near the sea called Varna, and I lived like the bohemian life there, going to the beaches, getting inspiration by the sea, by the nature. One day I discovered the world of cinema. It was a course that I decided to take, and I just fell in love and decided that there is another way to tell my stories, to express my creativity, and that's how it started. And so here I am, here in NABA University. And here in NABA, I've been a producer, I've been a camera operator, whatever you can think of. And it's really amazing how much practice there is. When I come to university, I thought, okay, maybe there'll be a lot of theory as every university, but it's not like that. It's all about practice, about communication, and about patience. And so I experienced a lot of stuff here. In the future, I would really love to come back to my country and show what I have, what my talents is. But also I have another dream to go to America and continue there as a director or screenwriter, just express my creativity through writing or through directing, just to see my creation on a screen. That's my dream.
Okay, so I would like, that's all. I think we already touched many points. I just want to conclude inviting you to join our NABA pre-admission sessions for students that are currently preparing application for next year, October 2023. We will have some pre-admission sessions between November 28th and December 2nd. So you can prepare your application and you can join this meeting with me. We'll have a portfolio review together, an individual meeting if you want also to ask a question or discuss anything. And you can get, if your application, your portfolio are eligible, your pre-admission letter for NABA. So I think this is a nice way to not only review the portfolio together, but also to meet and talk better in an individual meeting. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and you could understand more. And now we can have, I think, time for questions.
Very much, Valentina. I was trying to reply to some of the questions that were coming to the presentation. So to be sure that the questions are visible for everybody, I'm going to repeat them to you. So there were questions about the internship option. When do students take it? Is it paid? How long it's taking? If you can give us a little bit more information on that.
Sure. So normally the internship is done in the second year or at the beginning of the third year. Our career service office will support you in finding the internship. Since they are part of the curriculum, so they are part of the study plan, they are not always paid because they are part of the program, but it really depends then on the companies, because some companies will pay the students, some other just gave like a reimbursement of the expenses. So that's basically how it works. And how long? Sorry, I forgot this part. It's normally 2-3 months of internship.
Thank you. For the portfolio, would you suggest, if a student has a portfolio already done, to include also the projects that are given as suggestion from NABA? Or should it be only the projects or only the portfolio? What would be your suggestion?
So normally it's one or the other. So if you think that your portfolio is strong enough, if you think that you have good project, you already have some projects in the area you are applying for, it's not necessary to include the project assignment. At the same time, the project assignment is done especially for students that don't feel they have a portfolio as good as to be presented to the faculty. So in that case, you can develop that project. So to answer the question, no, it's not necessary to include the project assignment if your portfolio already includes your work. It's your choice. If you want to do it, you can do it, but it's not necessary.
There is a question about the programs you offer in the campuses of Rome and Milano. Yes. And are the possibilities to study in English the same in the two campuses? Do you offer yes. all the programs in English?
Yes, all the programs in English in both campuses. In Rome campus, we have graphic design area, fashion area, filmmaking area, and visual arts. And they are both in English and in Italian in both campuses. Yes.
Thank you. Could you please give us a little bit more information about the summer courses? When are they taking place? How long are they?
Sure. So we have summer courses that are, I think, a great opportunity for students to do shorter courses that are normally 2 weeks during the summer, and you can combine more courses up to 6 weeks, normally in June and July. And they are a great opportunity for you to have an idea and get the taste of NABA. I have an idea of how is NABA experience, get an idea also of the city. We have summer courses in all the areas of NABA. So from design, fashion, visual arts, film, media, and in Milan and Rome. And you can also choose the double experience, 1 week in Milan and 1 week in Rome.
Okay. What is the deadline to apply for a bachelor degree program?
Okay, so my answer is as soon as you are ready. For European students, we don't have a specific deadline because there are no visa issue, but I would suggest you to apply as soon as possible because of 2 reasons. One is the availability of places, and the other are also housing. So I would suggest you to start early. A good deadline that you could keep in mind is the 16th of January for the early bird. So that deadline is given to students that make an early decision and could be a good deadline. Otherwise, we normally suggest students to do it in spring, in March, more or less, not to be really late because then could be too late.
Thank you. There is a question about the tuition fee. How do you calculate it? Is it for 1 academic year? And is it payable at once or on installments?
Okay, so to calculate the income brackets, it's a quite complicated calculation. Skylines will help you in calculate this. Anyways, we take into consideration many elements, basically the income of the family and the investments, properties, so many financial aspects to give you to assign you to a bracket. You can pay in 2 installments. So yes, the European students have the opportunity to pay in 2 installments, 1 in September and 1 in January.
Thank you. There's a question about the pre-admission session and the opportunity to meet you and to discuss the progress of the application and the portfolio in general. So the student would like to know if can join a meeting with you to show you the portfolio, but to apply later in December or January, just to be able to improve it a bit more. Would this be possible?
Sure. So we can have always individual meeting, of course. In that case, if you want submit your application and your portfolio, you won't get your pre-admission letter, because we can give this only if you have your documents ready, of course. But we can have anyways an individual meeting to see together, and then you can apply when you're ready without the, let's say, the fast track admission.
Thank you. You said about the house offering. Can you give us a little bit more information about it? How does it really, the housing option at NABA? How does it work? What students should do to benefit from this service?
Okay, so yes, we have an housing office. Once you are admitted, with your admission package, you will receive the contact details of our housing office. They also have a website, and they will support you in looking for a place, an accommodation, normally with other students if you want to share the apartment. So according actually to what you are looking for, if you want to share the apartment with other students, according to your budget, they will give you some proposals. They will help you in the booking, also during your stay. And that's basically how it works. So normally it's after admission that we put you in contact with the office.
Thank you, Valentina. What is the level of English that you need to see in an applicant for the BA program?
So the level required is the B2, that is equivalent normally to an IELTS 5.0. We accept many certificates of English. The level is the B2.
Thank you. And how a student can book an appointment for the pre-admission session?
So you should contact Petya here, and she will help you in booking the appointment.
Thank you very much. So far, there are no more questions, but I'm sure why this is so. It was such a lovely presentation. Thank you so much. It was very full of information. Of course, I'm going to switch a little bit in Bulgarian
to
please. Just give a little bit more information.
Yes.
Thank you. Само да кажа, на някои от вас успях да отговоря в съобщението, което сте изпратили. Можете всякакви въпроси и след тази презентация да задавате на нашия имейл. Моят личен имейл ще напиша сега в за да може да го имате. Направили сме и Фейсбук група, в която дискутираме важните неща, интересни събития относно академията, във връзка с вебинари, които те провеждат доста често, дни на отворените врати, както в момента има възможност за кандидатстване с отстъпка за ранно записване, така че можете без никакво колебание да се свържете с нас и съответно ще изпратя възможно най-пълна информация. И пиша в момента имейл, за да го имате. Иначе за срещите с Валентина, когато сте готови с пакета с документи, дори да не е напълно финален, но имате нужда от просто допълнително някой да го види, да изкаже коментар, моля да ми пишете, за да проверим с нейната програма и съответно да запазим вашата индивидуална среща. Те не се заплащат, както и услугите на Skylines. Не се притеснявайте да ни потърсите. Ако няма повече въпроси, бих искала още веднъж да ви благодаря за това, че бяхте с нас тази вечер. И наистина оставаме на разположение при нужда. Междувременно имаме още два въпроса. Вале, there are two more questions.
Yes.
Do we need to present a portfolio for the Creative Technologies program?
Yes, a portfolio is needed in that case. Again, if you don't feel you have a portfolio, you can go for the project assignment. Basically, it could be, for example, to develop an idea of a game, for example, or to sketch some characters and explain how you imagine that character, again, for a game, or for visual effects. If you already, I don't know, maybe you tried something on the internet or on some digital tools, you can show something in that area, or of course, artworks and sketches.
Okay. Is there a program that you don't need a portfolio? No, right?
In the bachelor, no. In the bachelor, we need, yes, because that's the way we evaluate the students' creativity, basically. So again, don't worry if you don't have the skills, you will learn that. We want to see a bit how you express yourself. We are an art academy, that's the thing we want to see.
Because you got in details about the creative technologies program, so I believe you should give a little bit more information about the other programs as well. And there is a question regarding this. What kind of portfolio do we need for interior design?
Yes, for interior, I show you also some examples. So you can start for a mood board and colors and material selection about something you like, and then you can include some sketches about how you can think about space. So let's say that for all the programs, the idea could be very similar. So starting from a small research about your inspirations, about what is the colors, the materials you like, and then the development of the project.
I'm gonna talk a little bit again in Bulgarian. Sorry for that. Понеже има въпроси, можем ли да покажем портфолио за графичен дизайн, за сет дизайн? Моля да ми изпратите вашето запитване на имейл. Това, което правим, което правя аз всъщност и как работим, всъщност организираме индивидуални срещи. Говорим за това какво е програмата, доколко тя пасва на вашето търсене, на вашето желание за вашето професионално развитие в последствие. Говорим за документите, които са нужни, правилния начин и съответно срок, в който да ги предоставим за кандидатстване. Също така, голяма част от срещите ни са точно за изработване на портфолио. Можем да видим различни проекти на други кандидати, не само за програмата, за която вие кандидатствате, да търсим грешките, които често се допускат и да се опитваме да ги избегнем при вас. Просто няма как, трябва да седим до 9-10 часа, за да разгледаме различни варианти тази вечер за портфолио от всякакви програми. Съветвам ви, пишете на моя имейл и ще се радвам да организирам възможно най-рано среща с вас, точно относно изработката на портфолио. Vale, there is a question. If there is an application fee and how much is it? Can I apply for more than one program?
So no, there isn't any application fee. You can apply as soon as you're ready without paying. You could, yes, you can apply for more programs, but we don't suggest it. We would suggest to think about the programs you would like to apply and to apply for that, especially for the portfolio, because maybe, I mean, it's good to have a dedicated portfolio to the area you're applying to. So if you decide to apply for 2 different programs, you should submit 2 different portfolios and 2 different motivation letters, for example. So you can do it if you want, if you feel that this is what you want, but we would suggest you to choose before.
And is it possible to apply for the same program, but the 2 campuses?
Yes, the application is the same, but again, you will have to choose the campus. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, pleasure. There are no more questions. I believe we are done. 1 second. Anytime I say, okay, no, it's a thank you. It's a thank you message. Yes, Valentina, thank you very much for being with us for this lovely presentation, for all the information you shared with us. I'm definite that there would be students interested in meeting with you personally for the pre-admission session. I will make sure to explain them in details what it is supposed to happen before the meeting. So be prepared from 28th of November until the 2nd of December, you said?
Correct. Yes,
okay,
correct.
Lovely. Thank you once again.
So thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and also I hope to meet you soon. So have a nice evening, and thank you, Petya.
Валентина, благодаря на вас, че бяхте с нас. Оставаме на разположение при въпроси от ваша страна. Приятна и спокойна вечер. Виждане. Goodbye, Вале.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.